Nelly Swangani. I see there's some people still coming in. I am the hub head of South African tourism. India is my home, away from home. I am based out of Mumbai. I am responsible for marketing South Africa in India. It's been a good year for us. This is my second time in Chennai in less than 6 months. I was here a few months ago and we came to meet with the industry, the trade. We met with the Chennai Tourism Board. We met with the tour operators and we ran some workshops on South Africa. And it's yielded and given us a very high return. If you look at our arrivals, South Africa is 200% up in terms of arrivals from India. And this is good news for us. That means our arrivals have increased. But more important for me to announce is that Chennai is the third largest source market for South Africa. This is good. It means we're getting some good traction out of Chennai. Chennai travelers are really starting to pick up, and we expect an increase in terms of arrivals from Chennai. And I think our partnerships with the various airlines like Ethiopian Airways is really starting to yield good results. Of this increase from Chennai, it's also important to note that 56% of our travelers out of Chennai is MICE. So it means it's a very good business for us. It's the corporates, incentives in particular, and the 16% is coming from leisure and from friends visiting relatives. What does this mean for us in 2022? On the arrivals that we have and the targets that we have for 2023, we have to increase our arrivals by 73%. Sounds steep, but I think it's doable. And why do I think it's doable? Because the Indian arrivals are showing us that India has fallen in love with South Africa. It's telling us that South Africa is very palatable for the Indian traveler. And the 35% increase of MICE from setting the 35% target that we have, I think we are being modest. I think that we're going to see more MICE, and particularly incentive, coming out of this market. We work very well with the various associations in Chennai. And I think this is also helping and contributing to us as South African tourism. So what does this mean for us? It means that we have to sustain the growth. We've moved from recovery. I think the world will always be recovering from COVID, but we're moving now to saying we need to sustain the good growth that we have, but we also have to build on it, because if we don't build, we'll be floating. So key for us is building on what the good growth that we received from India, but particularly from Chennai. We want to take those numbers from Chennai and want to increase them, because this is surely a good story to tell, but Chennai is giving us good numbers. So what we'll do is build Chennai and Greater India. What are the bookings looking like for 2023? Our forward bookings are 59% up. So between January 23 to June 2023, there's an expected increase of 59% travelers coming out of India. This is a good story for us. And you might ask why the take-up for such good numbers, why the good arrivals. I think it's important to also share with you, ladies and gentlemen, that when the chips were down, when the world was closed during COVID, I think we are the only country in the world that did not close its offices or doors to India. We refused to say no Indians. We were the only country that allowed India to travel, because we do not believe that you can ever say to somebody no because of what or who you are and where you come from. So the growth that we are witnessing is telling that there is a very strong relationship between South Africa and India. Also key and important to note is that South Africa and India are celebrating 30 years. We are celebrating 30 years of bilateral relations. And this is very interesting for us because we're using tourism as a catalyst in terms of increasing and enhancing our relationships. When two countries come together and they share humanity, humility, exchange culture, they increase their trade and investment, it is only for the benefit for both countries. So it's a very good year for us, and we are very happy that South African tourism is in Chennai, that South Africa and India are going to increase their relationships. So the 59% forward bookings, you might ask, how are we going to make sure and effect the increased arrival? Greeting in my language for everybody. Can I go? Yes. Molweni, Chennai. My name is Nelly Swankani. I am from South African Tourism. It is very, very, very humbling to be in Chennai. We are getting phenomenal numbers from Chennai. South African tourism has witnessed a 200% growth out of India. Of that, there is an 8% that is coming in from Chennai, and that is fantastic for us. It is absolutely telling how important this market is. It's the third largest source market for South Africa out of India. It is an absolutely fantastic for us to be here, particularly with the 36 tour operators, DMCs, experiences that are in this hotel upstairs, showcasing South Africa to the Chennai traveler. I am sure that what we've come to offer is going to be palatable to the Indian traveler, but mostly to the Chennai traveler. South Africa is witnessing an amazing growth, but for me, what's important and what matters is the offering that we have. We are a diverse country. We're a country that believes in India. As I said to you, we are who we are because of others. But in this instance, we are who we are because of Chennai. We are humbled to be here, and we are grateful for the opportunity that you give us in travel. As I said, travel is about economic impact. Travel is about job creation. Travel is about culture and sharing. And without travel, the world ceases to exist. It stands still. So India for us is important. You are now the 6th largest source market for South Africa. And we could not do what we do without you. We thank the media, we thank the travel fraternity, we thank the MICE. But most important today, we're here to celebrate South Africa with Chennai. Please note that we will always be indebted, and we are grateful for your support. Thank you. Namaste.